Welcome! Today we're doing a live painting session. I will be painting a bottle for you and we will be talking about affirmations. So, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. This is my first live anything, and I'm hoping that today I can help you throughout the day to do something positive and to affirm good in your life. So, for persons who know me, throughout my life, I have experienced a number of challenges. And one of the things that helped me is really to stay positive and to stay focused. Sometimes our experiences allow us to think about negative things and have negative mindset and have those negative voices in your head to say, oh, you can't, and no, you won't, and all of that. So I've used affirmations to basically help me along my journey. So today I'll be using simple apple barrel paint to paint on a regular wine bottle that I have painted and primed for the session. So we're going to do a garden today. So what are affirmations? I'm sure some of you would have used affirmations every day. I use them all the time. I have 4 major goals that I want to accomplish this year, and so midway through the year, I have decided to just revisit those goals and to put some specific affirmations to them to ensure that I am staying grounded and in tune with what I want. We have to really hope for the best for ourselves, and we have to do the work to get to where we want to go. So I'm just painting some background as I go along. So, so affirmations are basically your thoughts. They are sometimes unexpressed, and sometimes people believe that, oh, it's just a thought, I didn't really action it. But the fact that you had the thought is enough to have it manifested in your life, because your thoughts become actions, they become words, and they are manifested. So your affirmations, you're going to try and override those thoughts. Like a blank canvas, you will start your life, and people will tell you bad things about money. They'll tell you that you're worthless, you're not good enough. And so those are the recurring thoughts that come up in your head, especially if you're faced with similar situations. So you have to reprogram your head, and that is really what we're going to do with affirmations. So affirmations are really positive, uplifting thoughts that you remind yourselves of every single day, that you're good enough, that you're strong enough, that you can do whatever needs to be done. So we'll be talking a little bit about how we can use affirmations throughout the day to hope for the best and to bring about the best in our lives. There are different approaches to affirmation. I usually just make them up as I go along, depending on the situation that I'm in and what I need to really focus on. So all I'm doing is really adding just background as I go along on the bottle for my garden. I've added blue and I've added yellow, mixed them both together to get a nice light green, and I'm just filling it as I go down. So affirmations, feel free to put in the comments the affirmations that you use every day to remind yourself that you're good enough, to remind yourself of the task at hand, to remind yourself of the things that are on your vision board that you need to accomplish. When you're faced with challenges and you just want to build your self-confidence, you want to stand your ground and say, look, this is not going to overcome me, I am good enough for this. Maybe you could share those affirmations so that the persons who have tuned in, that they too can benefit from what you have been using for affirmations to help you to come this far. Adding some orange now, add a little bit more depth down to the bottom of the bottle. So I'm just doing pretty much the same thing. I'm just mixing the colors in as I go along. All right, so go ahead and share your affirmations. I'm using a big brush because I want to spread the paint quickly. But if you're doing this at home, you don't have to use such a big brush. You can use a smaller brush, but I just want to spread the paint quickly because I do not want to keep you very long in this live session. So some really powerful affirmations that are basically from the Bible. The Bible is a book loaded with lots and lots of affirmations um, that we can use for our everyday lives. What I would suggest you do is just take a minute right now and just write down the 4 main things that you want to accomplish this year. You may not be far off. You may have done your vision board and you just need to revisit it and look at some of the things you need to change, employ some new strategies, to get to the goals that you want. But just think about what it is that you want to accomplish this year and kind of just see where you are with those things. And maybe that will help you to focus, where you want to put these affirmations, where you want to, reprogram your mind about something. Because sometimes we are the ones that really are holding ourselves back. When we think about these dreams that we have, we said, oh my God, that's just too big for me. I can't accomplish this. Oh my God, that's, maybe next year. I really have it on my vision board, but maybe not this year, next year. Really, the power is in your hands to determine what is manifested in your life. So you can go ahead and share. Please share your affirmations so that we can all benefit from them. I am going to now add my flowers to my bottle. I'm going to use black to paint in the stems. So I'm just going to paint in the stems. This is kind of an abstract bottle, so it doesn't have to be realistic in terms of the trees and the limbs and so on. I'm just putting in stems as I go along, right? So how do I use affirmations? When you work in a very stressful environment, you have to stay grounded. And sometimes I find that when I'm going into meetings, I usually affirm good for the outcome of the meeting. I usually affirm good for myself, especially if it's a very stressful meeting. You just have to affirm the best. And we have to, just have a positive outlook sometimes and put God first when we're doing these kinds of situations, because really sometimes things will just turn in a meeting and you never know. And you go, when did this happen? How did it just turn around? So you have to affirm going into your meetings, what you want the outcome to be before you go in. So that's one way of affirming your day to day, is just to know and to think about what you want your outcome to be in a positive way, and say it. Say it to yourself, say it to somebody, write it down, think it, and it will be manifested. All right, so we're planting new seeds, we're reprogramming our minds, we're giving ourselves new experiences. Another way to use affirmations is really during the traffic. I know traffic can be very, 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 very stressful. I mean, especially here in Jamaica, it's a really rough ride on the roads with our taximen and our bus drivers, but we have to stay positive. We have to affirm good. And so I have developed a practice that when I get to the stoplight, I affirm something for myself, whether it's health, wealth, whether it's somebody who is ill and you're affirming health for them, whether it's a situation that you want to turn around, that you actually affirm positive outcome for. So an affirmation is really a prayer, and it's really what will keep you grounded and keep you in that space, that positive space that you need to be in every single day. So I have basically put my trees on my bottle. Any random way you want, I just randomly put stems down. You can be more strategic with your stems. I'm just giving you a nice little abstract representation of what your bottle could look like. Okay, so I've added my stems. I'm going to wash out my brush. Another way we can affirm our lives and take charge and make sure that we send out the right signals to the universe is we can do a midday affirmation. At lunch, we all have lunch, and that's a good time to remind ourselves that, life is good. We have God is on our side, and we need to program the beliefs that we want to have. We need to program the thoughts that we want to have, and so that they can show up in our lives. When you think a thought, sometimes I'm sure this has happened to you. I can give you an example. I started doing some flowers, some flower bottles, ones that I did in December. And I was like, okay, I haven't done these since last year. When I did them, there was a huge demand for them. And the spirit just says, you know, maybe you should do some of those bottles. And then, of course, the thought goes, but maybe nobody wants those bottles to buy. And I go, well, I'm going to do them, right? And I affirmed while I was doing my bottles, because as you know, prayer is a big part of my art. I affirmed that these bottles will be inspiring, that they will beautify and touch the hearts of persons who have seen them, you know. And guess what? Yesterday, I received a text from a client who bought those very same bottles in December, right out of the blues. This is just a random thought I had, you know, and she ordered specific bottles. As a matter of fact, she sent me a picture that I had used in December for those very same bottles. And so it just goes to show you that when you think positively, those thoughts, those ideas go out in the universe, and they draw to you that which you need. So I see a lot of persons have come on board. Thank you for joining us. I'm encouraging you to share the affirmations that you do use on a daily basis, or from time to time. Maybe the affirmations you're using for your favorite football team, because it's my understanding that some teams are not doing very well. So, you know, some of you footballers may want to start using some affirmations to help support your football team. But on a serious note, really, just share the affirmations that you use that help you throughout the day, that you share with your family, that you share with your children, to help them to believe in themselves and to have confidence. So I would suggest your meetings during traffic, midday affirmations. Those would be good time to affirm what you want in your life. Still adding flowers to my bottle. It's coming to life. I hope you are seeing it. I'd add 4 petals just randomly to each. I'm putting some in the background now. I'm adding a little pink now to the red to kind of add some depth to the leaves. So I'm just going to go through and randomly do that for some of them. Right, so affirmations basically help you to create the life that you really want, and I encourage you to use them on a daily basis. Now, what are some affirmations that I use? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's one of my big ones, because you have to believe that. You have to believe that whatever you want is possible, and that with God, you will get the strength that you need to accomplish that which you go after. So that's one of mine. I am happy and fulfilled. You know, sometimes we want things a particular way, and we kind of miss the good that is in a particular situation. So you have to remind yourself that you are fulfilled, that whatever situation you're going through, that God is there with you and all is well. I'm now filling my flowers with the center. I'm using beige so that it pops. I'm seeing one. I will accomplish great things today. Love that one. Alonzo, I will accomplish great things today. I will accomplish great things today. I will accomplish great things today. This is my first Facebook Live, and a very dear friend of mine, he is so supportive. Yes, he just encouraged me throughout this, and we affirm that this is going to be great. And so, Mr. Williams, I will accomplish great things today, greatness today. I will do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks for my youth, for my health, and for my beauty. Yep, I give thanks for that. I give thanks to be healthy. I give thanks to be happy. I give thanks for my creativity. I give thanks for the energy that I bring to art and for the continuous zeal that I have to do new things. I thank God for the support of my friends and family over the years who have embraced this area of my life and have encouraged me to move forward. I I give thanks that I will move from strength to strength and that I will continue to do well in this arena of my life. So um, you can come up with a variety of affirmations that you can use to accomplish and to bring into fruition those things that you want to manifest in your life. For those persons who have not yet done a vision board for 2018, it's not too late. We can still work on a vision board and get focused on the things that you want to accomplish in your life. So thank you very much for watching. This is our final product. I hope you can all see it. It's a flower garden, very simple. You can do this at home. Get a wine bottle and can put decorative branches in it. You can use it in a space and let it remind you that you can affirm anything that you want in your life, that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So thank you for watching Bottles of Inspiration. Stay tuned for our next broadcast. Thank you.